Sparking Change for Harmonious Living is a TV show that inspires action. It motivates you to start a journey towards a more balanced, fulfilling life. This show explores well-being through spirituality, mental clarity, and physical health. It covers topics like mindfulness, nutrition, fitness, and spirituality, giving you practical advice to enhance your life. Tune in for a transformative adventure that ignites the change you seek.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sparking Change for Harmonious Living. And I am your host, Giovanna Tartarone.
And I'm your co-host, Ahmed Bahman.
Well, welcome. Today, we're going to talk about our favorite topic, wealth and wellness, right? Aligning money with happiness. And, Ahmed, you and I came up with this topic because we know that money seems to be on everybody's mind when it comes to, living life without worries, right? Because what makes us worry is that we don't have enough money, or we have fear of not having enough money. And you and I both studied Bob Proctor and the Napoleon Hill Think and Grow Rich, which I have the book right back here. And let's really go into, all the things that we know and share with the audience so that they can see it from a different perspective and help them to really live life harmoniously.
Absolutely. And most people, they seem to have a very wrong idea about money. They seem to feel uncomfortable when it comes to money, right? Instead of feeling great about money, they feel that, oh no, it may be the root of all evil, but it's not. You see,
It's the love.
it's the love of
The love
money
of money
that
that's
is
the
the
root of all
root of
evil,
all
right?
evil. As yes, as our late mentor
Reverend
Bob
Ike.
Proctor always said,
Mhm.
even Reverend Ike. The main point is that it's what you do with money that makes the difference. Am I
Absolutely.
positioning it to work for me in something on off purpose, or am I just squandering it into a wrong area? So a lot of people, when it says that money is the root of all evil, it's not. What is? It's the love of it. Bob always used to say, he used to say, money is a servant, but you have to remain the master. And he always said,
Yes.
you love people and you use money. But how do you use your money? You use your money to invest, you use your money to serve.
Someone else
So,
said, I'm sorry, I remember
uh,
someone saying that it's the opposite these days. People are they're using people to get money, right? And
well,
that's where we,
yeah,
we have a disconnect.
there is, I don't want to call it a gray area, but um, there was a time that even Napoleon Hill, he said, I will induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others.
Serve others. Hmm.
Not that he was violating any person, but he
Hmm.
had control over his mind, and he always said, he said, an educated person is not a person with a general or specialized knowledge. He
Yeah.
said an educated person is a person that has so developed the faculties of his mind that he can acquire anything he wants or its equivalent without violating the rights of others. So he was a very righteous man.
I love that. Talking about the book, think, people say, oh, yeah, right. You can think and grow rich. Yeah, right. But I just want to clarify that it's about thinking a certain way so you can grow in your awareness and feel rich, not just in money, because first has to come rich in health, rich in serving, rich in love, feeling love for yourself. Let's go over the 12 riches that Napoleon Hill talked about.
So he spoke about the 12 riches. He mentioned, first of all, you're rich if you have a positive mental attitude. Think
Yep.
about that. You're not gonna be complaining. You're not gonna be thinking anything in negative terms because you are basically in control of your thinking. And if you are in control of your thinking, you're going to
Yes.
be in control of your feelings. If you're in control of your feelings, you're going to be in control of your actions and your environment, whatever you attract, because you will be creating a harmonic resonance with the good that you desire.
Yes. Yes.
He emphasized a lot, especially when Andrew Carnegie had basically told him the riches you may enjoy or the penalties you may pay. There are two sealed envelopes. Um, hey, everyone, said Mr. Carnegie, comes
I
to
love
the
it.
earth plane blessed with the privilege of controlling his mind and power and directing it to whatever ends he may choose. But he continued, everyone brings over with him at birth the equivalent of two sealed envelopes, one of which is clearly labeled the riches. Again, this is amazing because he says talks about riches, and it's not just money. Money is just part of it. Because the
Yes.
riches you may enjoy if you take possession of your own mind and direct it to ends of your own choice. Now the whole thing is you take control of your mind,
Right.
but you give your attention the proper direction. And the other is labeled the penalties you must pay if you neglect to take possession of your mind and direct it. And he says, and now let me reveal to you, said Mr. Carnegie, the contents of those two sealed envelopes. In the one labeled riches is the list of blessing. Number one, sound health, as you've
Mm-hmm.
mentioned.
Yep.
Number two, peace of mind. Number three, a labor of love of your own choice. Number four, freedom from fear and worry. Number five, a positive mental attitude. Number six, material riches of your own choice and quantity. He didn't describe it just money. He said material riches of your own choice and quantity. It could be money, could be assets, could be vehicles, could be whatever.
Right.
In the sealed envelope labeled penalties, Mr. Carnegie continued, is this list of prices one must pay for neglecting to take possession of his own mind. Because why? Why is it that a price he must pay? Because the whole world works in an exchange.
Yes.
And the whole process is always in motion. So if you're halting your movement, there will be a penalty for that
Mm-hmm.
because mind is movement. Remember, mind is movement and body is a manifestation of that movement. So the penalties one must pay for neglecting to take possession of his own mind. One is ill health. Now remember when I said mind is movement, body is a manifestation of that movement. Ill
Yes.
health. Okay, why would that be? Because you're not exercising, you're not moving. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Fear and worry, indecision and doubt, frustration, discouragement throughout life, poverty and want. Now, why would one end up in poverty? Okay, imagine like if you don't circulate money with today's economy, the value of the dollar is going down. How much are you getting back in interest from the bank?
That's why they say cash is trash if it's not moving.
Yes, absolutely. And then he goes, and then he goes on to say, and the whole flock of evils consisting of envy, greed, jealousy, anger, hatred, and superstition. That's huge to take in. And Napoleon had a prayer, and I always love to mention his prayer. And he goes by, he says, "O divine providence, I ask not for more riches." Can you imagine? He's not asking for riches,
Yeah.
but more wisdom with which to make wiser use of the riches you gave me at birth. He acknowledges the riches that he has been blessed with. And by the way, each and every single human being has this from the time that you're born,
Absolutely.
consisting in the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever ends I might desire.
It's amazing how, if we understand how the mind works, and if we use it to really help us to grow, we become so much more in control. And when we're in control is when we're happy. When we have no control of our mind is when there is a disalignment with what we want to do and what we want to accomplish. And therefore we get sick. And that's why it's saying if you don't take control of your mind, It all starts there to really make money, right? And let's talk about serving, because money is an exchange for service that we provide. We can't
Yes,
just sit
money.
back and wish that we're going to play the lotto, and win the lottery.
No,
It's an
no,
exchange of energy.
absolutely. If you look at the people who won the lottery, most of them, maybe 99% of them, within 5 to 10 years, they end up broke again because they
Hmm.
have not created the success mindset. They have not made it part of themselves as a character.
Yes,
And as you said, in regards to service, money is nothing but a reward for service being rendered. As Earl Nightingale stated, he said, if you want to earn more money, find ways on how to increase your service.
absolutely. Absolutely. And when you're serving with intention of really making a difference, and you're serving on purpose,
Yes,
there is no way that you will not be rewarded for what you're doing, and to have faith, right? A lot of
if the
people want to,
intention.
yes.
Yes, go ahead.
I was going to say, a lot of people want to see money right away, and it truly doesn't work that way, because we must give first in order to receive,
Absolutely.
right?
Patience and persistence, and as you said, we must give. So it says it is more blessed to give than to receive. It says, in
Hmm.
all things I have shown you that by working in this way we must help the weak, and remember the words of the Lord Jesus, how he himself said, it is more blessed to give than to receive.
Absolutely love that. It just reminds me too, during Christmas time, right? To give and even watch our kids open up presents. It's the feeling of seeing them happy, brings us joy. And I want to really emphasize that the happiness that we hold within us, it's not the money that's making us happy.
You It's what you do with it.
Money brings us opportunities to do greater things and to live life, without worry and doubt. But the truth of the matter, it's not the money that's making us happy. If money makes you happy, I would say please get in contact with us so we can help you. Because if if the money runs out, then where are you, right?
I like the fact one time uh, Bob Proctor was being interviewed in his private jet, and he
Hmm.
was discussing about money. And the thing that he said really put a lot of light bulbs in my head. And he says that money is a magnifier. It makes more of what you already are. He said, if you're a good person and you get a lot of money, you're going to do a lot of amazing things. And if you're a bad person, you get a lot of money, you could do terrible things.
Yeah,
So instead of focusing on chasing money, it's more important to change who you are as a person, because it's the quality of life and value that you can give in exchange to the happiness that you receive.
I love that. Absolutely, absolutely. And I also think that when we're serving from the heart, the money automatically comes because you're doing something with a passion. You're doing something on purpose. But a lot of
Absolutely.
people, when they go after their goals, they stop 3 feet from gold. You heard that story?
Yeah, patience and persistence is required.
Right. Because they don't see the money right away. And I truly feel like sometimes we get tested to see if you really want to go after that goal, right?
Has to be a burning desire,
Uh,
otherwise the manifestation of whatever you choose is weak.
when we take a look at successful people, you can see you know, Steve Jobs says we can connect the dots going back. but we can't connect them going forward. And any successful people, as Tony Robbins states, right? Success leaves clues. If you see how
Yes.
they did it, they weren't focused on money. They were focused on helping and achieving their goal. Because what's the other statement that they say? Help people find their goals, achieve their goals, and you would automatically achieve
Achieve
yours.
yours. Yes.
Right?
If we go back to Napoleon Hill's 12 riches, we stated a positive mental attitude. The second one is sound physical health.
Mm-hmm.
How health is important. My father always used to tell me, like, if money is lost, nothing is lost. If health is lost, something is lost. But if character is lost, then everything is lost.
I love that.
so,
I love that.
so being healthy, if you hold a healthy regimen or a healthy lifestyle, automatically you're setting up yourself for success because you want to feel good. You want to feel healthy. You'll have more energy, more capacity to endure under any kind of extreme pressure in life. And I know that you have changed quite a bit in altering your lifestyle.
Yeah. It's, again, health is the new wealth. And that's all I have to
Yes,
say. And I feel that because when you are feeling healthy, it's a mind shift where you're not really concerned about where the money's coming from because you know you can go make it because you have the health. Without health, you don't have anything, right? How many people are millionaires out there, you know, in bed, not healthy?
yeah. You'll find him wasting his health to accumulate his wealth, and for the rest of his life, he's using his wealth to regain back his health. It's not the way to
I
live.
love that. I love that. Very nicely said.
And then he's Napoleon stated about having a harmony in human relationships.
Mm,
See, if you look at business, when people conduct business, it's not about the product, it's about the people themselves. It's how they
yes.
feel about you dealing with you.
Having a
And
great, connection, authentic connection is what creates the riches.
absolutely. Then he said, freedom from fear. To me, fear is false emotions appearing real or false evidences appearing real. But fear comes as a result of absence in faith.
Absolutely. Because we can't be in fear and faith at the same time. So pick one. I choose faith.
And the funny part is that both of them require you to believe in something you cannot see.
You don't see.
Next one is hope of achievement.
Yeah.
Oh,
Love that.
then we have capacity of faith. You see, everybody always has the capacity of faith, but it all depends to what degree.
Well, we all have faith as part of our being. It's are we
Yes,
using it? Right? And it's like a muscle. The more you apply it and the more you use it, the stronger your faith will become. And faith is confidence in yourself that you can achieve anything you want to because there is no fear. And everything you do, you apply faith, you gain the confidence, knowing that whatever you want, you can have.
and the belief in the unseen
And
that it
that's
will be
right.
delivered to you. Next is willingness to share one's blessings. And I
Mm,
love this one. The greatest blessing is when you give away something you love for yourself to another. I find that
yes.
that just brings me a lot of spiritual contentment.
Hmm.
That
Absolutely.
I'm not worried about giving anything away. If God has blessed me once, God can bless me again, as long as I'm doing things in His favor.
I totally agree. And that's where you feel most fulfilled as well, right?
Absolutely. Next one is labor of love. Now I know that every person goes through a rough time working somewhere, or even if you have a business but you're in an industry you're not very fond of.
Hmm.
How much of a difference would it make for you if you really start working on something you love instead?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because when you have a passion for something that you're doing, it doesn't even seem like work.
No, not at
And you
all.
don't have to worry about retiring because
You'll
you're
never
loving what
retire.
you're doing, right? So, absolutely, labor of love, and I truly believe that a lot of people settle um, to do something they don't love because they're one, they haven't found their purpose on what their gifts are, because everybody comes with gifts, and they're settling because it's having fear that they can't provide. So they're settling for a job, and I know a lot of people who get sick and work not on something that they love. So
I like
I
the
agree with that.
Jim Ron used to say, you don't have to leave your job if you don't like it, but at least start working on your side hustle in something that you love to do
Yeah.
until you can grow your own, and then you can make that shift.
Yes.
Next one is open mind on all subjects.
Mm, I
And
love
that's
that.
that's all that's always something to consider. I don't reject any subject. I like to hear it because
Yeah.
there's always a perspective. There's always something that I may pick up that may add value to my life. There are no stupid people out there.
And there's a
Believe me.
thousand ways to look at something, right? There's a
Absolutely.
thousand ways to see. You can see a glass half full, or you can see it half empty. It's your
Happens.
choice, whichever one you choose. But if you're stuck on it's half full and you don't want to hear anything else, that's a disadvantage to you because you're not being open-minded.
Absolutely. And I was privileged when I was basically studying abroad. Um, I come from the Middle East, but
Hmm.
when I was abroad, I was in Dayton, Ohio. I had to take some Bible classes,
Hmm.
and then I had to also, I had a few Indian friends, so I had to learn more about their culture, learn more about their spiritual path. And let me tell you, they all lead to the same place.
Yes.
It's just like looking at it from a different angle, and it's beautiful how I see unity in everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Next one is self-discipline, and this is a big one. No, nobody
Abs-
can amount to anything without it.
and self-discipline is really giving yourself a command and following it, right? So
Yes,
if you have goals to achieve, it's about writing down what you want to do and follow through, good, bad, good, bad, or otherwise. you know uh, Simple as like losing weight. If you want to lose weight, you're going to have to do the exercise. You're going to have to
yes,
eat properly and discipline yourself. And making money and aligning yourself with money is no different, right? You have to serve and discipline yourself with serving.
yes. Discipline goes hand in hand with consistency, and consistency, small, consistent effort over time, will produce huge results. Next one is capacity to understand people. You know,
Listen.
yes, I was always told it's always better to be quiet and to listen and allow the other person to speak first.
Isn't that what they say? We have 2 ears and one mouth.
I love that. That's right on spot. And the last one is financial security. And I remember Jim Rohn, he said, when he discussed about finances, he says, start investing your money. He said it doesn't matter the amount. The matter is that you start doing and applying this philosophy. Why? Because you form the habit of investing,
Yes.
right? So the world will start to shift in a way around you that you may be granted more money in order to invest more. You see, money goes more toward where it's welcomed and it's protected and is taken care of.
Yeah. So how are we supposed to get more money if you curse money out? It's not going to
No?
come to you, right? You need to appreciate what you already have. And I promise you, I am the one that will pick up the penny from the floor in the street and go, oh, thank you, God, for the penny. I know more is
A lucky
coming.
penny.
Dime, nickel, penny, I'll pick him up. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, it's good luck, especially I believe if it's face up, I think it's good luck. But, it's not, it's the symbol of it. It's having
Yes.
gratitude for it. And I
An attitude of
truly believe
gratitude.
that we must give gratitude for what we already have in order to receive more, for sure. Well, we're coming to a close, and I do want to say that at the Napoleon Hill Institute, there's going to be a wonderful event in New York City called Think and Grow Rich with a Peace of Mind. And it's a 3-day live event that's happening on June 20th, 21st, and 22nd. You can go to napoleonhillinstitute.com to learn more about it, or you can go to my web page and Sparking Change Now and contact me, and I will share more information with you. It's going to be a wonderful event because really we want to open up the minds, be open to receive other ways that you can achieve success and aligning yourself with happiness, health, and the wealth will come.
Get your tickets now.
So thank you everyone for joining us today. And I am your host, Giovanna Tartarone.
And I'm your co-host, Ahmed Bahman. See you all next
Have a
week.
great evening. Thank you. Until next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining me on Sparking Change for Harmonious Living. I hope that our episode today has ignited a spark within you to create positive change in your own life and in the world around you. To learn more about how you can become a guest or supporter, head over to sparkingchangenow.com. If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider subscribing, sharing, and leaving a review. Your feedback is incredibly valuable to me, and it helps me to continue producing content that sparks change in each of us and the world. You can find us on various platforms, including Google Play Store, Apple App Store, YouTube, Facebook, Roku, Android TV, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to having you join me again next week on Sparking Change for Harmonious Living.